Hi, welcome to Wrinkles Society of Hope. Thank you for those who continue to support us by following and listening in on the amazing stories that those women have shared about the wrinkles that they pressed through in life in order to become the success that they are today. And this is your first time, welcome to Wrinkles Society of Hope. And guess what? I would love to have an interview with you. So come on and share your story of motivation and encouragement for others. And guess what? Don't forget, hit subscribe and share our YouTube channel. And don't forget, hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of when a new amazing woman comes share her story. And guess, we are also on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, so you can listen in if you don't have the opportunity to watch. Thank you so much for coming today and listen for this amazing story. See you soon. Wrinkles family, hey Wrinkles! I am here with this beautiful, amazing lady here, and I'm just gonna have her introduce herself to the Wrinkle family.
Hello, Wrinkle family. I am Dionna Alexander, and I am a return back to Phoenix. And I met this lovely host here with the Bridge Builders Group.
Yep.
And learning about her business, I decided, yeah, that sounds like something I want to partake in, and I will participate. So here I am.
Here you are. Thank you so much for coming to the Wrinkles family. And as I see, there's no wrinkles physically on your face that I can see. And if you have, you got a little bit.
It's hereditary.
Oh, okay.
It is hereditary.
So how did you feel when that physically started coming in?
I was actually a teenager.
Oh,
and
really?
I'm like, Mom, 'cause I used to see my mom stretch her neck, and I'm like, what are you doing? She do this. She says, I always have these wrinkles. And then I looked at my aunts. I'm like, yeah, I'll have this the same. She goes, yeah. I'm like, because I'm young.
Yeah. Teenager.
I was like 17, 18, and I started seeing lines. She said, well, it runs in the family, so there you have it.
So you're able to embrace it because it's part of the family.
Because it's below my eyes, out of sight becomes out of mind. And then when you're in the mirror, you go like, I need some foundation on that. And then you go, you know what? Don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it. Shake it off. Shake it off.
But the wrinkles do exist throughout. Yeah. Because we have life throughout.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. What's a life wrinkle that you had to press through?
Speaking of moms, when my mother passed, that was a huge adjustment because we were really super close. She was one of those moms that she was close to everybody. The grandkids, she was close to the kids. You know, we would fight over our mother's time. I'd be like, Mom, I'm about to start school. I need you to stay at the house with the kids. And she's like, well, how long are you going to be in school? 7 months. She's like, okay. And she'd move in for 7 months to make sure that they was good. And then my sister would be like, Mom, I'm going to have surgery. I need you to come over to the house. And she'd be like, how long's your recovery? 4 weeks. Okay. Here I come. And be like, wow. And as soon as she leave my house, she just stepped foot, my sister would be like, Mom, leave my mom. So we literally would fight over her. So losing her was beyond devastating because she was Mom. Yeah. You know, and trying to be the glue for everybody. I'm the little big sister. I'm the youngest, but they treat me like I'm the big sister. And it's always been that way. So she was my rock. So without her, now I have to hold it together for everybody else. And I do, and I did, but at night, in my personal private time, is where I dealt with it. Okay. You know, so that was a huge wrinkle. Because you know my dad passed, and me and my father was super close too, but it just wasn't the same as Mom. You know, and I always wonder, I'm like, does he feel like I love him less? Because I don't grieve differently. I grieve differently. You know, I wish they both were here, of course, but I'm content with knowing that he was sick and he left and he was at peace. Yeah. As was she, but I'm like, just a little bit more time. just a smidge more time. Because it's Mom. Yeah. You know, and even at 52 now, with no parents, that orphan effect that you would think a child would feel, oh, you still feel it as an adult.
Wow.
Because you see people with their parents, your friends with their parents, and they're still living an abundant life. And I'm thinking, wow, I don't have that no more. Or something great happens, and that's your go-to, and it's gone. And you look up, and you're like, did you see that?
Yeah.
That's your share. That's it. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Where, Mother's Day, I go to lunch and brunch with my family because they always treat me. Or I'll hang out with my girlfriends and their parents are there. And it's always bittersweet. To date, it's always bittersweet because everybody wants their mom.
Well, I haven't heard anyone talk about that, the orphan effect of when you're older.
Yes.
You hear about that with children, but being older and missing opportunities with your parents, I never heard anyone.
Because when you're young and your parent passed, if you're young, you really don't remember a lot. People say, I don't remember. I was 12 and I don't remember about, because you've grown, you have more years behind you from when it happened. Versus as an adult, you had a lifetime and you're still living and they're not. You're even when I drive, I'm like, Mom should be going with me. She should be here. I feel that all the time, but she's not. And that, the orphan effect is like, I am without parents. I don't have that. I don't, I'm old enough, and I have family and I have a job and I thrive to take care of myself. But the emotional side doesn't change. It's still a void. Yeah. There's still a void. So it doesn't matter if you're 2, 22, or 52. The void exists.
So how long has it been?
Excuse me. She passed in 2014. Yeah, 2014.
Still fresh.
It is. It is. And what's funny? When I have adult friends and they're like, don't talk to their mom. Not because they're angry. They just, like you said, they don't think about tomorrow not being here. I'm like, you better enjoy all the moments, every second. I'll take her. And then they get possessive. Because I took a we went out a couple weeks ago, and my girlfriend, who I've been friends with since we were a kid, our mothers were best friends, and they moved to Arizona well before I came out. And I was like, ooh. So I got her and I took a selfie. And her other daughter jumped in. So now it's my friend's mother, her sister, and me. And then I sent it to her. She was like, oh, no, y'all ain't. Because she was sick. She was like, I said, you coming out? She was like, no. And I was like, ooh. She was like, don't be trying to take my ball. I said, yes, ma'am. I'm going to soak it up like a biscuit and gravy. So, you definitely don't realize the appreciation that every second you have is a blessing. Yeah. So that it definitely changed some things. My sisters, fortunately for me, I dream of her. Throughout that period, I've dreamed of her. Where my older sister's like, I haven't had one dream. And she would feel like, well, I can't dream. I don't know what the self-conscious mind, why it does what it does. Yeah. And my other middle sister, she was like, I've had a couple of dreams. And my other sister's like, Yeah. Like, she don't lose it. I don't know how to explain that, but a dream is a conscious mind, unconscious mind, so.
And it was probably what gives you peace sometimes.
It does. Yeah. Because when she's heavy on my heart, I dream. And I get to hold her in my dream and I just clench her. And it's funny because I'm one of those people, when I'm dreaming, I actually know I'm dreaming.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, wait a minute, Mom is here. And I just hold her. And sometimes I wake up and I'm like, Mom was in my dream and I didn't get to do this, or this. And it's really bizarre, but it's all mental. Yeah. But I appreciate that. Whatever it is, I appreciate it.
I'm sorry you have to go through that loss.
Yeah, it's
still young. You're still young.
Yeah.
You know.
And so was she.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 52. She was 65. Yeah, I had cancer. It's like an ugly beast.
Yes.
It's an ugly beast.
It is.
You know, but you move forward. Life pushes you. No matter whether you're ready or not, the day changes. Yes. And the next day changes. So whether you crawl out of bed and hide on your covers, the day changes. If you wake up, it's Wednesday.
True. You
go back in bed, you waddle, it's Thursday. It don't stop.
It don't.
Until you say, you know what, let me get a shower and get with the program and go forward. So it's what you do.
So what would you tell yourself looking back, that woman back then that lost her mother? What advice would you give yourself to press through that?
It gets easier. What you're feeling in the moment, that heaviness, that grief, that loss, that load lightens over time. It doesn't dissipate ever, but that heaviness it lightens over time. Gets a little bit easier to acknowledge and have those conversations. It gets a little easier to go through your day without shedding tears or feeling that immediate impact, because then it just happened.
Yeah.
Where now it was 2014, and I'm okay. And then if there, you know, you have your support around you. You know, sometimes my husband like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm having a moment, and I'm just wishing and thinking, and then he'll give me a hug, or he'll say, "Well, you need anything?" I'm like, "No, just some solitude." Just a little solitude.
Just a moment.
Just a moment. And or I'll call my sister and she'll go, "What you doing?" Well, I was just thinking about Mom. She'll go, "So was I." You know. And then we'll reminisce about some stuff, and then smile and laugh and go back on. Then it goes away, and then 7 months down the road, something happens, and you're just like, it hits, you know, it boomerangs.
Yes.
It's kind of boomerangs out. But, you know, that would probably be, I mean, there's a lot of things that jolt you and give you pause, but that, when you're close, you know, I remember years ago, I was at church, and we're getting ready for a Mother's Day thing, and one of the girls there, she didn't seem that enthusiastic about it. And she goes, "You do know not everybody's close to their moms. Not everybody has a good relationship with mom. So Mother's Day for me is different from you." And then I'm like, "It's my mother." And I'm like, who says that?
Yeah.
But when you've gone through trauma behind your mother, and I never thought about it because I never had trauma.
Yeah.
But when you go through trauma, maybe you were in an abusive situation or your mom allowed things to happen to you.
Yeah.
It's Mother's Day ain't the same for you. You care less about celebrating her, you know, or parent has passed. Everybody, it never dawned on me the difference individuals have when that day pops up.
It's a different kind of grief.
It's a different kind of grief, you know. And I say I'm blessed, so blessed, so blessed that I was so unaware of having experienced those things. Remember that movie For Color Girls?
Yes.
I watched it, and everybody was raving about the movie, that it was so impactful, and I couldn't relate. And I didn't realize that's a beautiful thing, that I couldn't relate. I never had been date raped or had someone overpower me in such a negative way. I never was a teenager who had an abortion and went through that. I never had a mother that was fighting me and challenging me or jealous. You know, I never had that. I never had a man in my life that was tormenting me and abusive. And I thank God, I never had a guy that was living a double life and exposing me to whatever. And I watched it thinking, wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
You know.
Because I think sometimes we focus on the negative.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people focus on that you lived because you've been drugged through the mud. But sometimes you live because you haven't been drugged through the mud.
Oh, trust and believe. I remember the days of eating corn out of a can because that was dinner. That was it.
Yeah.
Or cornflakes with either water, pet milk, or that nasty powdered milk in a box. Like they like, what? They, you know, who? You know,
and the best cheese on earth.
And the best cheese on earth, or the red bologna with a string around it.
Yeah, yes.
Kind of big block because that was how it came, and everything was in black and white packaging.
Yes.
But I never looked at that as trauma.
No.
I looked at that. That's what it was when it was.
Yeah.
And when it got better, we did better.
Exactly.
And I never got stuck.
Yeah.
In those situations. I remember them. And we laugh about them. I said, remember that time we made that bologna sandwich? You know, we had to poke a hole in it because it bubbled up in the middle. You know, you know what I'm talking about. Stuff, yeah. All that. Or sugar sandwich.
Oh, what?
I had, like, what's a sugar sandwich? Sugar and bread. And you made a sandwich. Or my sister would call hers a wish sandwich. She was like, I sure wish I had some meat to put in this sandwich. But those times of growing up, it wasn't my life. It was just a moment.
Yeah.
It was a moment. And we look and laugh at it now. But never one time I felt like I can't move forward because I only had a sugar sandwich. But them syrup sandwiches was bomb. Get that syrup in a little circle.
And put them on the skillet a little bit. Let it brown.
Cinnamon toast cheese. I mean, like put the butter, the cinnamon and sugar, and
oh my
girl. Cause looking back now, it didn't seem so bad. Back then, it didn't even seem bad because you didn't know no difference. You didn't know any difference.
Exactly. There wasn't social media telling you it was not supposed to be.
Yeah, and I didn't know about crafts. When I wanted cheese, I cut it off a block. It was in a box. It was you know, when you wanted, you use what you had.
Yeah.
And that was the norm. So it wasn't. I never felt less than happy.
So all that you pressed through and all that you've come through, from the sugar sandwiches to everything, and the woman that you are today, you got a t-shirt made. What would that t-shirt say?
It would say, phenomenal woman. That's me. That's me. Because, you know, you're a mother.
Yeah.
And you know, as mom, you know, I was a wife, then I became a mother. And I was in that marriage for 15 years. Then I became a divorced mother and a co-parent. And then I became an empty nester. And that was nice. It was weird. It took me a year, 2 years, 2 good years to say, I live alone. Instead of feeling like I live alone. It was that in itself was a lot. And then I went from, you guys drive down and have dinner with me, to call before you come over. So you go through it. And then I met my husband during my emptiness moment. And now I'm remarried. And in those tentative years, you are a judge, a jury, a provider, a nurse, an engineer. You are the shopper, you're the mediator. You're phenomenal, girl. You do a lot.
Yeah.
And I give me flowers.
That's awesome.
I go get my pedicure. I would go, stop. I need some Dionna time. I do.
I like that.
Stop. Y'all asking way too many questions, way too much testosterone up in here. I gotta go. Gotta go. I'm going to the spa.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a facial. I'm going to get a massage. You know.
Talk about it.
And I've been blessed because the men in my life, which would be my husband and children, boys, they see me. You know, my husband will be like, you've been doing a lot. You want to go get a facial and a massage? You've been running your bath with some wine. He sees me. So I appreciate that. Or my son be like, Mom, you've been looking busy. Slow down. I'll do it. Let me wash the dish. They see me because I do. I'm like this.
Yeah.
I'm always popping and popping and popping. And then they'll go, stop. I don't know how to stop. Because even when I stop on my way to that bathroom that's ran and he done set up the TV and everything before I can watch it, I'm moving and touching stuff, and they like, stop it.
Yeah.
And I don't know how to turn Mom off. I just don't. I know how to relax.
Yeah.
But I can't turn Mom off.
That's why staycations are so important.
Yeah.
Away from the house.
Yeah. We do a lot. We travel a lot. We vacation a lot. A lot.
That's awesome.
But driving trucks is a lot. We drive trucks. And it takes a lot of wear and tear on your body. It takes a lot of wear and tear on your time. And sometimes I get home, I don't want to do nothing. And sometimes I get home, from the moment I open that door, I'm moving. He's like, put that bucket down. I'm like, huh? Because I was already thinking in my head, when I get home, I got to mop, I got to do this. And I'll just start. Because once I sit down, I don't want to do it no more. So I have to do it when my adrenaline is pumping.
Yes, that's that track run.
And they don't understand. They don't get me. They be like, you just walked through the door. Why? I said, because I need to get all these things done. So when I stop, I know it's all done.
Yes.
I can think clearly.
Yeah.
But I've always been that way.
Do you think they see you because you see yourself?
I can ask.
I wonder. Because that's something you said. You said you see yourself, and then they see you too.
I believe yes to that because I'm keen on communicating. That's a huge part of our family relationship. Let's talk about it. What's going on? Yeah. Don't harbor feelings and emotions. Let it out. Yeah. Mama Bear is always going to be Mama Bear, so spill it. Yeah. Because I always know that I got you. Yeah. You don't have to, I brought them up. You don't hide nothing because I need to know all the facts. I need to know, my sister, my teacher, what happened. Yeah. And they let me, I hear it. Okay. I'll deal with it. So they've always been able to be intact and touch with our emotions. So yeah, they know me. Yeah. They know me so well.
That's awesome.
They know me.
That is a blessing.
If I can help, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
And it's funny that I'm saying this because I get on my husband about it. I always call his helpless nosy. He sees somebody struggling, he'll run, stop what he's doing, he'll go run over to help. Like, you always in people's business. Yeah. But just in this moment, that's just his way.
That's his way
of helping.
Is that what prompted you to start your organization?
Which one?
Okay, let's talk about which one. Let's talk about them.
So back in the day, I created a foundation, a nonprofit called Hope, helping other people every day. That's what Hope came from. And I didn't want to pinpoint what I was doing. That's just help whoever needs to help. So if we had blankets and we had donations, we just drive right down to the source, to the homeless, and here you go. They're like, you need a receipt? No, I don't need a receipt. I just need you to use it and have it. Or if you a college student and you're trying to figure out how to apply, let's get them applications. Whatever the help is, you meet you where you at. And it could be help with food, help with groceries, help with anything. I didn't want it to be a thing. Yeah. I want it to be everything because everybody needs different things. So that was the very first thing I started. And then it evolved. I became an esthetician. I got my esthetician license later in life. In my late 30s, I became an esthetician. And the company that I started with did a lot of charitable giving. And I was like, ooh, I'm at home. I love it. You know, I love the fact that we can close the salon down one day and then bring in shelters and let them get their makeup and hair and facials done. I love it. Or we'll go to the Cancer Society and they're having an event and we just volunteer our time. I love knowing, it makes me feel like it gives me purpose to give back when I can.
Yeah.
You know, what's the point of having a skill if you can't share it or give it? So then I started working on something where if someone was in need and they needed a facial or they needed their hair done, they needed their nails done, they just needed to feel good on the outside while they rebuild on the inside. Let's do it. Let's do it. So I started doing that. You know, people's like, how you gonna make money? All money ain't good money and all money ain't necessary. I have a job because it was always a side of working a full job. It never took the place of a job, so it wasn't dependent on an income. It was dependent on what I had, and that was it. So, and then I moved to Phoenix, and then I haven't really given in that capacity as far as spa, not because I don't want to or change my mind. I just trying to get my feet planted and see who's who and what's what and where's where.
Yeah.
And I'm still in that. You saw the van outside.
Yeah.
So that's a mobile spa.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, that's even, you know, it's funny how you have conversation and you have an epiphany. Because not once before today did I actually thought, well, I can actually drive that van to the shelter. They can come in one by one.
Oh, wow.
You know, that click.
So there you go.
Yeah. And then as today we're supposed to do the cocktails and conversation, which I started doing at home just by having ladies over because I'm a social butterfly. I like entertaining. I like hosting.
Yeah.
So I'd have 4 or 5 girlfriends come over. We make some cocktails. We just sit and talk. And sometimes we cry because of the subject, or sometimes it's, I didn't know that. You know, it could be a lot of different kind of conversations. I remember we had a conversation about yoni steaming.
Oh.
And they was like, what's that?
Yeah.
I said, it's just vaginal health.
Yeah.
It's what it breaks down to. And that's like, where you gonna do that at? I made me a pot. You can buy them. You can go to a facility, which I just can't do. I don't want to share a pot.
Yeah.
It just something about that doesn't seem that sanitary because it's steam. So it's a yoni steaming is you get a pot, whether it's a wooden pot, the ones they have is plastic, or you create one and you put a steam of herbs.
Yeah.
Different herbs do different things, fertility or cleansing or detoxing, and you sit over it, you cover, and it steams and detox. A lot goes on, so you need to sit because everything is, you know, woman body flow all day, all night.
Yeah.
Anyway, so when you're detoxing, everything drips. So the steam comes up and everything detoxes down. So it's ominous feeling. It feels like something going on. And I'm gonna let it happen. It feels like something is going on and I'm gonna let it happen because it's not like you want to peek and look, but you just feel the drainage and things. So it's like, so I'm gonna sit here with my magazine. I'm gonna sit here and watch. And then once the steam is gone, you can feel when the steam is gone. You're like, okay. And then you
refreshed and
you get up. I get a towel, grab me a shower, and then dump everything in the toilet, because all you see is flowers and because it's the herby stuff. Yeah. And you flush it and clean it out, rinse it, and the plastic bucket might have condensation. You just wipe it with a warm towel because it's yours.
Yeah.
It's hot. You put it for the next time.
Huh.
Ain't nobody else has on it. Just yours. Ain't nobody's Joni in it. Just yours. So I paid $24
Oh, wow.
for, excuse me, $24 for the seat,
Okay.
$10 for the bucket, $5 for the bowl,
Ah.
probably $10 or less of design and paint.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
it. But I'm a girly girl, and I like self-care. I like my moments of Dion time, whether I'm steaming or just take the day to do a bubble bath or do my hair, the conditioning, and then natural hair is a lot. You wash it and condition it, you got your hair bag and your scarf, and I got a onesie on all day because I hadn't planned on doing nothing but Dion.
Dion time.
Go get a pedicure or manicure, you just kind of chill
I love it.
and just you. I like spending time with me. I really do.
So spending time with you, what's the number one advice that you would give to the Wrinkles women out there?
Don't rush.
Mm.
Don't rush. Don't have nothing else to do. Give yourself your time. When people come get a facial and I can feel their energy, I'm like, I give them a moment of wellness. So what a moment of wellness is, as they're laying on the table, I get an aroma. Because before anyone's on my table, we have a consultation. So if I've learned that they're overwhelmed, or if they need to relax or they're stressed, that's the aroma I chose. So if they're like high strung, I'll get lavender because it relaxes you. Or if they are feeling overworked and wound, then I'll get a eucalyptus just to bring them down. So what you do, they're laying down, you're over them. I get it in my hand. Tell them, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. They relax, and then I give, after 2 inhales, then I'm pressing on their shoulders. There's nothing better than touch therapy. Nothing, because I'm touching now. And I tell them, you are a woman. You wear many hats. Give yourself this 1 hour to think about nobody but you, so you can rejuvenate and go back out as a powerhouse. But if you're thinking while you're on the table, you're minimizing the experience. So let it go. People cry because they start letting go and they're thinking. People fall asleep. I love it when a person falls asleep because I did my job. I let you escape for that time, and you're getting a facial, but you get to escape from that moment of life and daddy and mama and kids and work and everything. Stress. And just fall. Sometimes I do, I'll play meditation tape that's talking you through something. They can lay close. It's like I forgot they're the guided meditation.
Oh, nice.
I'll ask them, did you want to do a guided meditation today? And they're like, I never did that. You want to try? And then they'll like, wait, I want to stay in this and do what else happened to the story. Because sometimes it's a story. It's a calming story. Yeah. And it's usually a guy, sometimes a woman, and their tone is so mellow tone and very relaxing. And you're just laying there and you ever been asleep in a twilight? So you can still kind of hear, but you're actually asleep. Yeah. And they're like, was that snoring? Like, girl, yeah. But it's okay. That's a beautiful thing. Yes. So I would tell everyone, don't rush your moment. If you say, you know what, Saturday I'm gonna have a Dion day. From the time I wake up to about noon. That's your time. You're not answering your phone. People leave a message, they can text it away. Because if it's an emergency, they'll call somebody else to contact you. Anything outside of that, it could wait. Yes. So I'll turn my phone, I'll put it on charger. I have a diva room. I have a diva room that's Dion. So I'll show you, but I have a diva room. I love it. And I decide, all right, I'm gonna wash my hair, I'm gonna take a shower, wash my hair, or sit, then I'll sit in the tub or do it the reverse, whatever. And then my favorite thing to do after I take my bubble bath and I'm just chilling and getting my minerals, so kind of soak in. I let the water out. I get my clay or the scrub. So I usually get the scrub so that my body's dank, but the water's gone. So I get and I scrub the same way I do at a spa. Scrub from toes everywhere, and I'll just sit and let it dry. And then I slough it off. That's when you feel the exfoliate the best. I fluff it off and I get it all off. Then I rinse it off. Then I get the moisture mask, and then I get the moisture mask. And I'll wash, by now my conditioner's in my hair. So I got the moisture mask, and I have my pillow, I'm just in there. My beat pill is in there, so I'm listening to Jill radio, her radio, or Music Cho Chow radio, or Anthony Hamilton radio, and I'm chilling. Yeah. And I give myself a good hour process, because everybody either gone or they leaving me alone because they already know. And then I rinse that off, rinse the conditioner out. Then I'm like, I put on the robe and I go to the diva room. In the diva room, there is solitude. And it's girly. There ain't nothing masculine about it. It's all girl. It's all she.
She stuff.
It's she stuff. And then I'll cut on the TV and I might watch something, or I might do my toes or my nails, and just I'm on no one's time. And then I might decide, like, we do anything today? And I'm like, we can go have lunch at 2, at 1, or dinner later. And I'll start getting dressed at 1, because that's my time.
That's your time.
Yeah, but I won't rush. I ain't gonna let anybody rush me, and I don't want to rush. It helps when my little ones are no longer little; they grown and gone.
Yeah.
It helps.
Yes.
But even when they weren't grown and gone, I still did it.
Still gave yourself some time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, husband, you need to take the kids somewhere because I need some Dionna time. And in the house, because no matter what mom is doing, snoring, sleeping, mom, I'm hungry. Where your daddy? On the couch, watch TV. Ain't you got some nerve? You came and woke me up, and y'all on the couch watching TV.
Yeah.
If you don't get your little tail up out of here and get out.
Yes.
Get out.
Get out.
And I'm not mom today. I'm Lucy. Lucy. I used to say, I'm like, if I go in the bathroom. And when they was little, my youngest would get under the crack.
Oh,
Mom,
gosh, yeah.
Mom. I'm like, Mom's out of here. This is Lucy. Lucy. I'm like, whatever you need can wait.
Yes.
Somebody grown is out there.
Can help you with this.
It's not the same.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what's funny? We create those moments.
Yes.
Let daddy sleep.
Yeah.
We never say let mommy sleep. Let daddy sleep.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you sit right here, mommy got it. And you know, I spoiled my kids intentionally.
Yeah.
I spoiled them. Remember when the babies are babies and you lotion them up? When you give them a sponge bath and they're hot towel baths and you lotion them up. That coddling, I've never stopped. And my son is 27. I don't lotion them up and coddle, but that coddling, it's never stopped.
But you also do it for yourself.
I do it for me.
And that's the best part.
Yeah.
Because you're able to do that for them because you do it for yourself.
I definitely have some Dionna time. They would say, my mom used to say, you don't, because I remember when my company closed down, and I was like, okay, we're going to make it work. I'm like, I'm going to go apply for unemployment. Well, actually, after I left the office, I was like, I went straight to the unemployment office. And I said, okay, I don't have no job at this moment. I need everything. And it was funny because I never qualified for nothing. I need it all right here, right now. I need it all. And it was like, I said, I got laid off today and I don't have
all the help
I need all the help I'm going to get because I was so afraid. Now that's a wrinkle. I was afraid. But it's God willing, everything worked itself out. I've never been in this position before. I've never not had a job, especially when I had a house and kids.
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, how
I'm gonna do this?
How you do that? But I prayed about. You know what's super funny? I must have had a look of worry and concern on my face, And I was going to Target. My youngest was with me. He was probably like 12. And I was like, he's like, you okay, Mommy? I said, yeah, I'm just thinking. It's got a lot going on. He said, don't worry, Mommy. You going to pray about it? I said, yeah. And he couldn't see me because it was like 6 or 7 at night. And a tear just rolling down my face because I'm thinking, it's always a child. And he's like, things are going to get better. He goes, God loves us. Let's go. Like, he didn't,
nothing.
like nothing.
Like he speaks through children.
And I'm like, okay. Went Target, got what I needed. And every day just worked itself out. If only maybe, how could I get some more money? And I said, maybe I can rent one of my rooms. I was like, nah, I can't be living with no stranger. I'm not gonna live with no stranger. And I was like, but it would help. And I was like, nah, I like my space.
Yeah.
And then about a week later, my auntie called. She was like, hey, Dee Dee. She said, you know anybody rent a room? I was like, for who? She said, my grandson wants to move from Texas to California. I said, well, how much was he looking to pay? She said about $800. I said, what, he wanted for $600? And she was like, I'll talk to him. He moved right on in. I was like, look at God.
Yeah.
I mean, because sometimes you get chills because it's always right on time.
Right on time.
Like literally. Right on time.
You are amazing.
He stayed. It was just great. It was great. And you know, this is why I'm always smiling. This is why I get down, I get sad, and I cry. But I don't stay there.
Yeah.
But I'm always got a smirk up because I'm smiling and I'm always lit up. Always lit. Always. I mean, what's wrong with you? Nothing. Just ready. It's good because you can soak.
Yeah.
But then you can think about the good stuff.
Yes.
And Instacarting.
That's why, even though today didn't work out the way it's supposed to, you know how to make some lemonade. You know?
But because our crazy company today, they acting crazy, deranged. Yeah. He said, we know you can do that Instacart. I said, don't threaten me with a good time because I don't want to. But if I got to, I will.
Awesome.
But you know.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming to the Wrinkles family today.
Well, thank you for having me.
You've been amazing. And like you said, you know, you don't rush. And that's the big thing. And take care of you. Yeah. And you have put that out there. So I hope you Wrinkles people listen to this beautiful, amazing woman.
Like on a plane, they tell you, protect you first before you can help somebody else.
Exactly.
At home. Get you first, mentally, physically first. You can help everybody else. Can't be a mama bear and you the one eating pork. You got